Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pop Spot, where I get to pop all spots. I love professional wrestling. I am your host, Andre C. I'm here to chat about RCW Rise of Legends, Night 1, featuring Joey Janela from Edmonton, Alberta. Awesome night this past Friday. I had a blast, get to ring announce the show. And I'm so excited to talk about it, but I've got to talk about the biggest news coming out of this show. And for me, it's got to be Rich King is the new RCW Canadian Champion. Hey, look at that.
You really thought that you would keep me away when you're telling me the King of the North is the new Canadian heavyweight champion? You know the man has to come around.
Holy shit. AWS is here. How you doing, sir?
I'm very tired. This is a one-off for the month of October for me. Dark has been going exceptionally well. I've used the money that I've made at Dark to buy this new hat.
There you go. It's all about the hats, right?
Yeah, no, it's going incredibly well. There's 2 more weekends. This weekend, this is going to go out on Thursday, the first day of the second to last weekend. Tickets there are almost sold out, but you can still get tickets for the final week, Halloween weekend. So if you want to come and see me scare you, I will tell you about that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to be here. I had to come on when I heard that Rich King is the new RCW champ. Sorry, Krieger. Long live the King of the North.
Yeah, dude, when this happened, it legitimately, like, I am the ring announcer for RCW, but I got there a little later than you normally did, just with work and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I got given the card. I knew the card in advance, and then I just get given the order from the referees, but I never looked to see who's winning in the matches. And oh boy, was I happy when not knowing that this was happening. Like, I was so happy. Oh my god, we'll get into it. Like, Rich King is the new RCW champion, and I am ecstatic about it.
Gold all day for the King of the North. There we go. Bang. There we go.
We did it!
We did it! Yeah. Only took us, what episode is this, like 15?
Yeah. So we're here to talk some RCW. So I think we should get into it. I think we should talk some RCW.
Let's do it.
So yeah, RCW Rise of Legends Night number 1 is from here, right here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Absolutely killer show overall. I had a great time. I after this show happened, I was like, man, Adam must hate that. He's gonna hate.
I was so sad. Like here's the thing. So like I've signed the contract for Dark in like August or July, one of those. So I was locked in no matter what. Like I could not do any shows in October. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm missing an LPW show. I feel bad about that. I'm missing the RCW show. Feel bad about that. Then they said that Rise of Legends was featuring Joey Janela, and I'm like, okay, so I'm kind of sad about that, but I have already met him at a top show, so I'm not entirely brokenhearted that I don't get to see Joey again. And then they just started announcing matches, and every match that got announced made me sad that I wasn't going to be there, except for one of them, but we'll get there.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it. Talk with match number 1 was a for the RCW Commonwealth Championship. It is the champion Bobby Sharp defending against Christian Star. We are going to the rules of the Commonwealth Championship. The Commonwealth Championship When contested is contested under 10-minute rules unless otherwise signed within the contract of the match. These matches are a 10-minute time limit. So this was a 10-minute time limit.
Mm-hmm.
Great. These two, I thought, together, the the whole, like, just the chemistry of these two was absolutely tremendous. Bobby
Oh,
really showing attitude here. That we have
yeah.
similar attitude that we've seen from him when he's with CWE. That kind of attitude. It's very reminiscent of that attitude. Is what he's showing here.
Yeah, very like braggadocious, and he's the greatest, and everyone around him is not great.
Yeah, the crowd really behind Star early on, and then this is where what I'm going to pull this out multiple times. But stairs number one, Bobby throws
Hmm.
Christian Star into the stairs.
That is definitely one of the patterns I
It,
saw throughout the
it
matches.
was a
Is
theme. I think only one of the
stairs.
matches didn't have it. There's a beautiful spot where Bobby catches Star going over. He goes to like jump over him out of the corner, and Bobby just catches him, hits him with this running power slam for two. Looked insane.
Was very
Uh,
good.
Star with the beautiful Macho Man style elbow off the top. Um, Bobby hitting a crazy looking spear for two. We get down to 30 seconds left. Star hits the Toby CC to the floor. And this is where we get stairs number two. And Christian Star throws Bobby Sharp into the stairs. And then they get back in the ring, but the time limit does expire once they got back into the ring. And Bobby Sharp starts jaw jacking at one Christian Star after the match, saying
Mm.
how you couldn't pin me, and he's just and like you can see Star is visibly upset. He's really mad he couldn't succeed here.
Yeah, I feel bad. Thank you for that insight on how the Commonwealth Championship is contested. I did not know that that was just a default thing. Because I was a little pissed when the 10-minute time limit got brought up because I didn't hear your preamble at the beginning before the entrances.
Yeah, so Adam has seen some the video from the show. Um, the new microphone
Hmm.
RCW picked up, and it wasn't working properly. I plan to next time be at the show early on November 15th, and me and the sound guy. I'm going to get in the goddamn ring. He's going to play some music, and we're going to figure that mic, because I'm getting and get that mic to work properly, or we're going back to the old ones. Because even though it's
Yeah,
broken, it worked.
yeah, because it definitely sounded like all of your calls were very they were down an octave.
Oh,
So I don't
100%.
know if that was just you saving your voice or
When
yeah,
it comes to RCW, I will wreck my voice. Simple as
that
that.
is fair. There's one spot you didn't mention that I want to bring up. Christian's he fires up and he hits a 3 kick combo into a blackout.
Mm.
Loved that because he hit like a regular kick to the gut, a side kick, and then he did like a roundhouse or like a enziguri ish kick, and then he goes in straight into a blackout after that, and that was beautiful.
Oh, the stomp.
Uh, yeah, that's a stomp,
Yeah,
the blackout.
yeah. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
that's
I was like, blackout. Was that the flat? I was thinking
Christian. If you want us to
flatliner.
come up with a name for your blackout, let us know.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
we'll come up with a name for your stomp. Simple as that.
yeah,
We're
I
pretty good
will
at
say
this.
the last thing I want to add about this match is I don't really have a lot to add on this match. It's a pretty bog standard match between Bobby and Christian. Not to say that it's bad. These two are really good. They have a lot of good chemistry with each other. It was great. It just there wasn't anything incredibly unique.
Well, again, and like it. I think what happened is, again, that it was firing up, and you could see Christian when he got back in the ring ready to hit something,
Hmm.
and the time limit killed it, and it's just like,
Yeah,
oh no,
yeah. I'd love
yeah.
to see these two run it back with a longer time limit.
Me too. Me too. So we move on from here. Match number two, the match I made last month. I made official the grudge match. It's Tyrone Ironside, that gross motherfucker, taking on the Canadian Goose. Um, Tyrone coming out scuzzy as always, smoking a cigarette on his way to the ring. It's like the scuzziness that he is. And again, early on in the match, he does like rolling out, won't go in, rolls out at the beginning. And he ends up blindsiding Goose early on when he gets the ref to check Goose, just try to get advantage. But Goose kind of fights back. But eventually, Tyrone kind of takes over, just kind of beating the living piss out of Goose, choke him on the ropes. But like he'd have these little freakouts throughout the match, and he'd be like, ah! And he'd like all high pitched. It was so good. I love it when he freaks out. It's so good. Tyrone kept like hitting like these big spinning kicks, like impactful moves. But then every time he'd go for the cover, he'd be like 1, 2, and then he'd pull Goose up to break the pin.
Cocky fuck.
Yeah, so he ends up getting Goose in the corner, sets him up, hits the Golden Globes. If you know anybody knows Gold Dust, you know the Golden Globes.
I thought it was the Shattered Dreams, but
or is it Shattered? I thought it was Golden Globes.
No, because Golden Globe is, I'm pretty sure, the one where he does like the spinning suplex thing. Pretty sure that's the Golden Globe.
I
the
thought
Shattered
the Golden
Dreams,
Globes were because you kicked them in their Golden Globes.
Well, that's also why it would be
Shattered
Shattered
Dreams. Yeah, okay. It's
I've heard
whatever it's called. Shattered Dreams.
One of those two moves.
He kicks the turnbuckle into the lower abdominal section of Goose. And then pulls Goosey out, hits the suplex, gets the walls of Jericho. But Goose gets to the rope, so Tyrone just decides to drop the legs and stomp right on the knee. So Goose eventually staggers up. Tyrone hits a super kick, but then pulls Goose up again at 2. Like, dude, just let this finish. Then he does another spin kick, pulls Goose up again at 2. And then this really starts arguing with the ref because the ref's giving him shit for pulling Goose up. It's like, hey. And he's telling him, and then he turns around to grab Goose. Goose pulls him into a small package for the 1, the 2, and the 3. The Goose wins. Simple as that. The Goose wins.
Yeah. Goose takes advantage of Tyrone's ego and manages to pick up the win. I have one big problem with this match because I was excited to see this match. Genuinely, I thought it was a really well built up feud. Like, you could tell these guys have genuine ill will against each other. Tyrone was the ref for a lot of Goose's matches and kept screwing with him. But like, guys, it's a blood feud. Stop playing to the crowd. Stop doing crowd work and kill your rival. It's so easy.
But Tyrone is so vain.
I give Tyrone a pass because, you know, he's an egotistical dick. Like, that's kind of his thing. But, like, Goose, come on. Like, this is your main guy that you had cutting an impassionate promo about last month about how much you hate this guy. And you're still coming out, honk, honk, honk. Like, I get it. You have to get your stuff over. But for fuck's sake, just kill your rival first.
He tried.
He did, and he got the win.
He did.
He got the win. He was convincing.
Which is the most stinging thing is getting the win over Tyrone, because now Tyrone has a loss on his record to the Canadian Goose. I will see where this goes. Again, the next show is November 15th. We will see where this goes because it's going to be interesting to see if Tyrone is going to let this go or is he going to keep screwing with Goose.
It will be interesting.
Yeah. So we move on. Third match of the evening, the championship match for the RCW North American Championship. It is Mitch Clark defending against Steve Wild. Oh, the fart noise.
Yep.
So good. Yeah, so there's some guys that are like standing in the crowd by the merch table that were so big a fan of Steve Wild. They were so they loved Steve Wild. Like,
everyone has some fans.
I don't see what they see in this guy, but okay. Again, all respect to Steve Wild. The man is a very good professional wrestler.
He's a veteran.
I just don't like. He's legendary in his own mind. I'm forced to
Yeah,
say it as
he's
a ring announcer because it's my job. But
yeah.
yeah, I respect him as an in-ring competitor. He's a very good professional
He's
wrestler.
pretty damn
I just
good.
find him boring. I don't
Yep.
like him. I don't. I
We
find
say
him
the same thing every episode he's in.
and once he gets exciting, I'll say that. But until then, I find him dull. Like
I
this is
will
one of the best
say,
matches. Okay.
I will say, that yeah, I also don't see what those fans see in Steve Wild. All the power to them for liking him. Uh, this is probably the most entertained I've been in a Steve Wild match, and it's like all because of Mitch.
Yeah. So like Steve attacking Mitch before he gets the pants off, but Mitch fights him off with arm drag, sends him out. Then he does a pants off thing, whips it out, and hits me in the face with his pants.
Love that. We love that. And then he
It
slowly
went
leans out of the
right on
ring
the side of my head.
and then he slowly leans out of the ring and whispers in your ear, "That won't be the last time I hit you with
No,
my
no, no, no,
pants,
no.
Andre."
That's what Rich. That no, he wouldn't do that. Rich King would do that. Mitch wouldn't do that. It's Rich King that does that.
Oh boy. You give it time, you'll be hit on by multiple wrestlers at some point.
I hope not. Mitch is working very technical early, starts tossing him around with throws and suplexes. He starts tying him up in the ring, going like for the multi-limb submission, a la Zack
Mhm.
Sabre Jr. kind of
Yeah, he gets like four
moving.
or five different holds in like the span of 30 seconds. I was very
Mhm.
impressed with that.
Yep. And Steve fights back, and this is where he kind of goes into the spot where he's pulling whatever it is out of his tights, hitting Mitch and putting back his tights, and the ref never sees it. He starts doing that in the ring, and he starts doing it on the outside, and we get what do we get?
What do we get? We got the oh god.
Stairs
I
number
don't.
three.
Yeah,
Stairs
stairs
number
number 3.
three.
I didn't put the stairs in my notes.
Mitch ends up reversing Steve's and sending Steve into the stairs on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful exploder back in the ring by Mitch for 2. The end of this Mitch is just German on Steve Wild, but Wild's kind of stacked on top of of
Midge.
of
So
Mitch.
both of their
Mitch's
shoulders
shoulders
are down.
are down. So they
Mm-hmm.
count. The ref counts 1, 2. Mitch puts his foot on the rope. The
Yep.
ref counts 3. So Wild jumps up in celebration as the ref's going to ring the bell. The other official runs out, yelling,
Mm-hmm.
"No, no, no!" Mitch got his foot on the ropes and takes the belt away from Wild because he pulled it out of the corner where it was sitting. And then the
Mm-hmm.
ref explained it. So the match never officially ended
It never did.
because
The bell did not
he
ring.
never rang the bell. So Mitch realizes what's happening, picks up Steve Wild, Spinley Binley, Ludwig Van Driver, almost said Wolfgang, Ludwig Van Driver for the win, and the champion retains his championship.
Yes. Was very, like I said, very excited, very interested in this match. I think this is the best Steve Wild match I've seen. Like 80% of that is because of Mitch and how charismatic and awesome he is. Uh, I will again continue to say Steve Wild is a good worker. I have no problem and I respect him as a wrestler. He's just about as interesting as a chia pet. Uh,
I don't know. Chia pets grow and change.
it depends on the type of chia pet. Like if it's a standard like hedgehog, you know, we're not going to have this conversation. I did have one note that I wanted to bring up when when he pulls out his like wrench or whatever, and it got me thinking. Like, does he use a different wrench at every show? Is it like a different sized one at every show? Like, does he at home have like one of those $300 wrench tool sets? And it's like, I don't do any tool work. I need to use these. Wrestling.
Yeah, maybe he takes a different one out of the kit for each show. Like, yeah, that's a good question to ask, actually.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool if that's something he did. Because I mean, like, you got to use it somehow. It's a $300 wrench set.
Yeah.
That's my headcanon for now.
Yeah, we move on. 4th match of the show. It is Hollywood Kato versus Tren Hendricks.
Another one I was super sad I missed. I think
Dude,
having
this match was so good. Like this
having
was,
what is essentially RCW's version of the Ultimate Challenge WrestleMania 6 on this show, because they have the Hulk facsimile and they have the Ultimate Warrior facsimile. It was awesome. Let's just get into it.
I really enjoy this. This is actually my first time getting to announce Trend, so I was getting to chat with him for a few minutes in the back. I was already a fan of this dude. I am an even bigger fan of this dude now. Like, just absolutely showing his dominance early, power, just tossing Kato around. Then he starts showing the athleticism. Like it's the flying head scissors. Then into a jumps up and hits a Hurricane Rana. Like the mass that this man is. Like
he does the friggin' front flip out of the armbar. Like, how does a man with that mass move like that? I'm like, this guy is next level.
I said it to him. I'm like, dude, I told him what he does is absolutely spectacular because you just don't expect it out of a person of his size. But it's absolutely. They end up going to the outside, and we get stairs number 4.
More stairs. So far, the only match without stairs is
Goose and Tyrone.
Goose and Tyrone. The one where I'd expect stairs.
Because it was literally kept inside of the ring almost the entire match. So yeah, Kato ends up reversing Trent's whip, Irish whip, ends on him into the Trent into the stairs. So Kato takes over, gets a big spinning sidewalk slam for 2. Trent tries to go for a spine buster, but gets cut off with it's this rough elbow, right on the back of his neck. Looked painful, and then Kato hits a stunner for 2. He gets a DDT. Eventually he goes for the leg drop, but Trent rolls away. So Kato just keeps running after him and hits the leg drop. Gets the leg drop.
I love that.
Kato misses an elbow. I wrote elbow dorp, but elbow drop.
Elbow dorp.
Yeah. Misses the elbow drop, then gets hit with a lariat by Trent. Trent hit a people fall away slam, then follows it up with a spine buster, but he only gets 2. This is where Kato distracts the ref. He's got the ref. Trent's behind him. He mule kicks Trent right into the lower abdomen section.
Mule kick number 1 to the balls tonight.
Yep. He goes for the suplex, but then Trent reverses and picks him up, gets him on his shoulder. One winged angel.
Okay, again, a man with that muscle mass being able to hit a one-winged angel, that is crazy sauce.
That doesn't surprise me as much. It's just how well he executes it. Like it is perfection every time he hits it.
It's so good.
He studied tape on that move to know how to hit that move so perfectly every time, and gets the win here. Absolutely tremendous match. I thought Kato and Rich had some great matches together. This is great on a different level because, again, different match, but great all in of his own. Like I thought Kato looks great. Trent looks amazing because he's just evolving and showing how he's evolving as a professional wrestler every time we see him.
Yeah, he went from having Gussie calling him the anabolic assassin to becoming the total package. Like this guy is, you got to watch this guy if you see him on a card. This guy is crazy. He is he's so athletic.
This guy
right here. No, he's super athletic. He's super strong. He's a hoss and an athletic wrestler all in one. I am so excited to see where he goes in his career.
Me too, and I hope he does. I can see him easily getting a championship opportunity very soon here.
He deserves
possibly taking a championship, maybe going after Bobby Sharp's title.
Maybe imagine Trent versus Mitch.
Oh, Trent versus Rich.
It's so good.
Yeah, there'd be some crazy stuff. But speaking of championships, The RCW International Tag Team Championships were vacated last month when Son of Irish had to relinquish titles. So the titles were vacated. Krieger lost. Krieger is now. I think he's only one belts now.
He's only got the top talent king of the triple threat now.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have that 4-way match for the vacant championships. Speaking of this guy, it's Esmeralda Fugazi. Teaming up with Sean Martins. I got his shirt hanging up right there. Taking on Barricade and Moon Dog Manson, your RCW Hardcore Champion. Taking on, as I'm calling them, the Old West Steven Styles and Scotty Ace.
Nice.
Because Steve's old and Scotty has a Western gimmick.
Yeah. I like that.
Taking on as the name gave me, the Wild Cards, JJ Spade and Jax Wilder.
Oh, that's good too. I had for a name for JJ and Wilder. I had Aces Wilder. I think that's a good name.
Or Aces Wild, just Aces Wild works too. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the wild card is good.
Put the names out there because they told me that was their name. Their first time in the wrestling together. It may not be forever. They could always
change. Wilder is my official pitch.
Aces Wilder.
I had like some shitty had placeholder names for Barry and Moondog and Scotty and
give us Barry.
Okay, and Moondog. So I had for Moondog and I had Barry. I had Construction Dogs. That was pretty mid. I don't know. That was the first. I had Construction Season first, and I'm like, okay, there's no dog there.
I like Construction Season way better.
and then for Scotty and Steve, I had either Outlaw Violence or Lone Star Styles. I think those are both decent. And then
Outlaw Violence is good, but I like making fun of Steve because he's old.
Yeah. But my other favorite one is for Martins and Fugazi. I put their name as Today's News. Because you got the headline and you got a guy that looks like a newspaper hawker.
Why is that funny? I don't know, but it's funny.
I'm glad you think it's funny.
I think it's just so. And this isn't a shot. I think it's just so bad. It's great.
I appreciate that. Sometimes it's what I go for. This match opens up with one of the most hilarious calls from Moondog.
Okay. Hold on. Before that, so when I announced Old West to the ring, I said they're weighing in a combined weight of 490 pounds, and Scotty's hat is another 150 pounds.
Yes,
Matt Slaps almost broke down.
Good.
If you watch him during the announcement, you just see him like holding the titles, and he just goes like this. He's like back to the camera. He is just starting laughing, and he like moves his way over, and he's like, "Did you just say Scotty's hat was 150 pounds?" I'm like, "Yes."
Oh, just wait. In a couple pay-per-views, it's gonna be like 500 pounds. Don't worry about it.
Jeez. Well, that was one of the top shows. They said weighing in at like 175 pounds, but like 150 of it was his hat. I think that's where I kind of got it from. But yeah, I was just like, what? Oh god. But yeah, this match was. I didn't take a lot of notes. I don't have a lot of notes. Like Martins and Fugazi taking the belts from the ref for like at the start of the match, and just kind of they did say like, I guess we'll just leave. We got to get the titles. Like there's something to that. Okay, like we're like, oh look,
it's a very Martins coded way to solve the match. I respect it. So yeah, the one thing I wanted to say, this match opens up with Steve and Scotty just kind of like hugging each other in their corner. And then Moondog says the most out-of-pocket thing I've ever heard Moondog say. He said, "This ain't no Brokeback Mountain." Come on, man. You can't say that.
See, JJ was Scotty Ace. And he's fighting with Scotty, and then Barricade calls for a tag from JJ.
Yeah.
different teams, right? Only two people gonna be in the ring, and you gotta like opportunely get in your tag. But Barricade's calling for JJ to give him a tag, so JJ walks over and tags him.
JJ's too nice of a guy. He's so
I know,
nice.
but it's just like, dude, it's not. You're taking your team out of the match. Like,
Such a
yeah,
nice guy.
yeah. Scotty Ace took a hell of a beating in this match. He got beat up by almost every person in this match, except for his partner. Pretty much everybody else beat him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I kind of equate Scotty and his current place in the company to like Rockers era Shawn Michaels, where
That's high praise.
he's enhancement talent, but he's good enhancement talent. Like where he's there to be beat up for
Not
most of the match,
anymore.
and
Not
we'll
anymore.
get there. He at this before the end of this match, he was there to be beaten up for most of it and then come back. He even like tied both versions of Sean together where he has the chaps on.
Yeah, he does. Scotty ended up eventually hot tagging Styles into the match. He takes out Fugazi, who was in the ring there. Then this is where everybody comes in, just hitting big moves on each other. I didn't even track what all the moves were.
Everyone hits their sig on each other.
Everybody's like hitting big signature moves on each other. We get another stair spot on the outside. I can't remember who did it, but somebody threw another person into the stairs.
There's 5 stairs.
This is the 5th stair spot of the show. There's a great spot towards the end. Scotty hits a huge dive off the top to a bunch of people on the floor. They roll Fugazi back in, and Scotty and Styles hit the rocket launcher onto Fugazi for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Your new RCW International Tag Team Champions. It's the old West, Styles and Scotty Ace.
The Old West. I'm very happy that Scotty has a belt again.
This is
I can't believe. Yeah, he had the second first time was with Chad.
Party Cowboys.
Country Party. It's like a glint in my
Party Cowboys. I think they had both. They were free.
I think they were both. By the way, small sidebar. If you're in Edmonton and are able to do things on Thursday, go to Clandestine Wrestling Society at Rec Room South Common. See Chad Mills. He's so good.
Be there Friday. He will be there Friday too.
You'll be there Friday. I can't go either night. I'm working dark. I'm so sorry, Chad.
Yeah, you should be. You should call him and apologize.
I just might, or he'll see this and then he'll be like, "Okay, I understand."
I explained it to him. But yeah, we have new tag champions. After the match, Scotty picked up his daughter and was walking around the ring with his championship and his daughter celebrating. I loved it.
So good. Good for him.
Yep. You got anything else on this one? Are we good to go?
No, that's pretty much everything I had. I was gonna make another Steve joke, but it's fine.
Yeah, go ahead, make a Steve joke.
I was gonna say, seeing a Steve getting the hot tag just feels wrong for some reason. I don't know why. It just feels weird. Happy birthday, Steve.
Sure, it was his birthday yesterday. As we recorded this, yesterday was his birthday. We were recording this on Tuesday night. Monday was his birthday. Yeah. But yeah. So from here we move on to your kind of feature match of the night in the sixth spot position. It's Sheik Shabaz taking on Joey Janela. Sheik's weight is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
You know how much he weighs in at?
What does he weigh in at?
He weighs in at 2 filthy rich.
Oh my god! I'm so sad that I didn't hear that on the video.
Yep. Sheiky flips off Janela when he goes for the handshake. Get some good back and forth early. Sheik ends up catching a dive from Joey off the second rope. Hits a beautiful fall-away slam. Again, a lot of good back and forth. Joey Janela hitting the repeated chops on the rope, Suzuki style, trying to redden the chest of Sheiky. Yeah. Then a fight into the floor, and guess what we get?
Number 6.
Stairs number 6. Sheik ends up tossing Joey into the stairs. A lot of good stuff here. Joey hitting a springboard leg drop, like a springboard leg drop off the second. Follows up with a big suplex. Shiki reverses Joey off the shoulder. Like they're both trying to get the fireman's carry. They're reversing each other, and Shiki gets him up, hits him with the kamikaze for 2, or the Green Bay plunge for the Mr. Anderson or Mr. Kennedy fans out there. The Green Bay plunge. Back and forth striking. Sheik hits a big spine buster. He goes for the camel toss, but Joey reverses it into a Hurricane Rana. Falls over the Death Valley driver, but Sheik, he gets a hand on the ropes to break the pin.
Yep.
There we go. Joey goes to the top, but gets crotched up top. Sheik hits the superplex, only gets 2. He gets a torture rack, falls in with the big boot, but then Joey comes back with a super kick, hits the cutter, but can only get 2. This is where they start reversing each other, and Shiki grabs the ref, mule kicks Joey down low, and picks him up. Camel toss for the win.
Honestly, I'm very happy with Sheik taking the win over Joey here. I'm not going to say that I would have been sad if Joey picked up the win, but I think Sheik having a high-profile win against a current GCW star is a very good thing. Yeah, very happy. And this is definitely one of the better work matches on the card. I was very happy with it.
Yeah, I thought tremendous match. Joey, I think he has such a different style from a lot of people. Like he's very varied in what he does. That it's hard to kind of prep for a guy of his style. So he gets to use his power, really have to dominate him with his power to get the win here. Yeah.
How did it feel ring announcing him? Just gotta ask.
Shiki, man, it was so cool to announce Shiki to the ring.
Yeah, no, I know. It's
so Joe, it was cool. Be able to say GCW Superstar, Bad Boy Joey Janela. That's pretty awesome.
That is some cred you have, my friend.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll say that. We move on. Your semi-main event of the evening: T.Y. Jackson versus Othias Jones. Let's go.
This was easily the match I was the most sad about, honestly.
This was the first time I've announced Othias.
That is crazy. I only just realized that is the case because you started ring announcing RCW when he was in Texas.
I came back a couple months ago, and he had went to Texas for a little bit. So he's back, and this is my first time getting to ring announce him because I haven't worked on a show in any of the previous the random shows I've done here and there over the last couple of years. I haven't worked with him. So, TY has a bit of a new attitude here. He's kind of I saw it a little bit at LPW last month or start of the month, and I'm seeing it here. Like he's still TY. He's still going out. He's still hitting everybody with the tips, but like he's got almost a new seriousness on him in the ring.
Yeah, because like he had that big promo at LPW 40 where he was like talking about like reinventing himself and like coming off of all of like the adversity with the Rads breakup and whatnot. He's trying to like forge a new wrestling career for himself, a new singles run, and like I'm very happy that he's got this like new sort of tune. I think it's sort of the edge he needs.
And you can I was gonna say you can really see it in his in-ring, like when he's chopping and kicking, he's really putting out a lot of stank on it, man. Like he's really really laying him in now.
Good. All I gotta say, yeah, no, that like good for you, TY. Like fucking go and make your path, carve out your path in this industry.
Yeah. TY dodging a scissors kick at one point, but Othias dodges TY and gets a Samoan drop. He ends up hitting him with a beautiful high cross off the top. Othias with a running bulldog out of the corner for 2. Then I'm pretty sure it's the same fans that were cheering for Steve Wild start chanting boring.
Oh,
but the rest of the crowd gave them nothing. They gave them nothing. Like it died out very quickly because nobody gave it. Because this match wasn't boring, and this crowd was not having it. This crowd likes both of these guys. They were not having that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, I watched all of it. This is I to be fair, I was watching these matches for my notes. I was watching most of them at 1.5 times speed. This is one of 2 matches I watched at normal speed because it deserved it.
Yep. TY misses a disaster kick. Othias hits a code breaker for 2. Othias goes to the top, but gets attacked up top. They brawl, but Othias knocks him up. But he goes for the elbow drop, but misses. TY then finally does hit his disaster kick. Goes to the top. Swanton bomb. And TY Jackson is your winner.
Was very happy with his swanton. And I'm like, yeah, okay, it makes sense why he's playing Jeff Hardy coming up at the Clandestine show. Totally, like, yeah, like, I continue to have a huge amount of love for both of these guys. Obviously, I'm wearing Othias' shirt. Been a huge fan of his for a while. TY, even longer than Othias, but that's mostly because I've known him for longer. These guys tore the house down. I was very happy with this match.
So earlier on, I didn't mention. Finish.
Oh, it definitely makes my choice for match of the night way harder.
Yeah. So earlier on that we didn't mention it, but Kato after the Kato and Trent Hendricks match, Kato attacked Trent Hendricks with a chair, and TY came out to attack Kato, and they fought. They literally fought out the door to the outside of the building. They fought out of the building. It was not on your copy because the camera cut early. But then after this match, Kato comes out and attacks TY. We got post match, we get the handshake and the bro hug from TY and Mathias. But as TY's leaving, he gets attacked by Kato, and then they brawl out of the building again.
Okay, well, they're setting that up. That's just good.
Well, we had them. Was it last month?
Like, we've had the 3-month rivalry of Rich King versus Kato.
But we had, I'm pretty sure it was TY versus Kato last month. We got him.
Oh, it might have been at Sid's final show.
Yeah.
I think it was Kato and TY. Yeah.
It was. Yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of the rivalry ain't dead. The rivalry ain't dead. But now, for your main event of the evening, match for the RCW Canadian Championship, the crowd. Oh, okay. Can you vent for a minute? I need to go grab something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll vamp for a little bit. So
don't talk the actual match because I got it. Just talk about the participants.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a fatal 4-way match for the RCW Canadian Championship. It is your at the time current champion, the Scottish Killshot Krieger, versus one of my favorites. Has had a small fall from grace, but still one of my favorites, Weston King, with his manager of course, Gussie Jones, versus Nasty Nate Nixon, coming out as nasty as he always is. His song is an absolute banger. Speaking of people whose songs are absolute bangers, we have Rich King. Considering we talked about him at the beginning of this show, it's pretty damn obvious what the finish of this match is, but I assure you this was the best match on the card. Oh, here we go. Welcome back, sir.
Gussie frickin' Jones. Did you talk about him being in this match?
Yeah, I did not talk about that yet. I felt like it would be more important if you talked about it.
So one Gussie Jones, after I brought Krieger out, I brought Nate out, I brought Rich King out, which best entrance of the night because the crowd was singing with the song. They were so
I love a good sing-song entrance.
Yeah.
And Kiss from a Rose is a really good sing-song.
They did the Jericho where they continued to sing the song after it was turned off. After the music went off, they continued to sing.
Very good. Very happy with that.
So then I brought Weston King up to the ring. So he gets in the ring. I say, West, coming to Gussie Jones, Weston King. Because I'm doing the kind of more pompous entrance. I let them get in the ring and then say their name in the ring. You know, it's a shame.
Gussie's outfit, by the way, that I didn't talk about that. That was a crazy outfit. So, brief talk about Gussie's outfit. He's got his big like pimp jacket with like the cheetah fur. He's got like a bookie's visor, like the green bookie visor. He's got his big sunglasses. He's got his boot, and then he's got a separate like outer coating of the boot that is gold. And I'm like, okay, this is a very Gussie outfit.
So he comes up to me as I'm going to leave the ring, and he gets in my ear. And he says, look, I know we've had our problems, but I've got something for you. And he puts in my pocket. He's like, there's $120 in there for you. American. And I'm like, ooh, that's a lot more in Canadian. And he says, put me in the match. So I'm like, am I going to be this corrupt? And I guess I was. Because I put Gussie Jones in the match. I also want to see Gussie get hurt.
Listen, I'm not going to be mad at you about that because one, Gussie getting hurt, and two, $120 American is $120.
Yeah. So I should have checked it because it's fake. It's fake.
Oh,
it's fake.
Boo!
It's fake money.
He got you. He hoodwinked your ass.
Anybody else that he's being bribed by Gussie Jones? Make sure you check the money before you take this bribe. Because he shoved it in my pocket very quickly, so I didn't get a chance to look at it. And I kind of forgot to look at it until after the show was over, and I pulled the money out. I'm like, oh, you bastard. Yeah.
I can't even be mad at him about that because, damn, that was a sneaky move.
I'm mad at him. I respect it just a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? I got to
respect the hustle. Yeah.
I got to respect it. So, it's a 4-way match. Yeah, Gussie with it, and just looking so ridiculous with that stupid visor and that stupid jacket.
Yep.
Nate and Krieger get this beautiful, like this nasty chop battle. Really good. Nate even takes his shirt off and has him chop him with the shirt off. It was great.
Good.
Weston hits this beautiful sidewalk. I'm calling it the sidewalk chokeslam because he picks him up and sits down like with him on the like to the side.
Oh yeah, that's like his Damien Priest South of Heaven thing.
Like the sidewalk. I call it the sidewalk chokeslam. Whatever you want to
I call it the South of Reno.
South of Reno. He's south of Reno. This is where Gussie comes in the ring. He pulls his shirt, his jacket up to reveal a shirt of Gussie, and I think it was Jesus eating hot dogs together.
You know what the funniest thing is? I've seen this picture. Like, I'm like 80% sure it's AI, but
whatever it was on the shirt and it was Gussie and Jesus eating hot dogs together.
It is
real. I know somebody made it, or somebody or something.
Somebody made the shirt. It's a real shirt.
So
it is crazy.
So Gussie starts going, all right, I wanted to do this for so long. You and me, it's finally gonna do this. And he's like putting his fists up, and Weston's like, the hell? And okay, he starts putting his fists up, and Gussie just drops to the mat, and Weston jumps on him but everybody else breaks it up before the 3 count.
I was so happy with that entire spot. The lead up, the laying down, and everyone getting into the ring and breaking the pin. It was so good.
So but people end up brawling to the floor. Everybody brawls. Nate gets his nasty on Gussie in the ring, then goes to the top, hits his corkscrew dive to Krieger, Weston, and King on the floor, taking those guys out. Nate and Krieger end up back inside. They're chopping. Nick gets Krieger in the ropes, and he's fighting him. Then he chops Weston in the opposite corner because he has Nate up sitting in the corner.
Nate has Krieger up in the corner for the
he gets him like sitting in the corner. Runs over, chops Weston, then runs back. Nasty German to Krieger.
It's still my favorite move that Nate does.
Yeah, it comes back in, goes at Weston, but gets caught with a spine buster. Then Weston falls up with the senton for 2. And Rich still out on the floor. This is where the crowd starts singing for Rich. They're singing a song. Na, 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 na.
I love that. I love that you can just sing
And it
that song.
literally, as they're singing it, he's getting up. So it's he's rising to his music. Rich
Yes.
comes in, fires up, comes back in, takes out Weston, gets the tips up DDT to Krieger. He then goes back at Weston, it's the cover, but Gussie pulls out the ref. And you're like, oh. So Rich chases Gussie around the ring. As he comes back in, he gets caught with a crowning achievement by Weston, but Weston can only get 2. And it's like, oh, thank Grace. I could not handle Weston and Gussie becoming the champion and the manager of the champion in another company. I couldn't have handled that.
Yeah. Would have been interesting.
Yeah. Nate reverses the crowning achievement by Weston, hits a nasty knee, goes for a buck, hits Buck nasty. This is where Krieger comes in, super kicks Nate while he's on his knees, and then gets him up, hits him with a running pump kick. Gussie then comes in with taking off his gold boot, comes in, hits in the head with his golden boot. He starts trying to rouse Weston King, but Weston's not really reacting. He turns around, goes to hit Rich with the boot, but Rich ducks it, picks him up, Rich Olympic slam. 1, 2, 3. Your new, as I said off the top, your new RCW Canadian Champion, Rich King.
Yeah, there he is. Boom.
Oh, I'm so happy. Legitimately, I did not know this was the finish. And he hits the Rich Olympic slam. 1, 2. I'm thinking, okay. And the ref counts 3, rings the bell. I pick up my mic, clicking on, grab that belt, and ran as fast as I could to that ring to get that belt over there for Rich. As I'm starting to make the announcement, holy crap, one of the best feelings I've ever had as a fan of professional wrestling, as a ring announcer of professional wrestling. Just tops. I just getting to see a person I can call a friend in this business win the championship, and I was just ecstatic.
You had your Samantha Irving moment. It was great.
I did. I sure did. I sure did. Sure did.
Very happy with that. Yeah, no. This is a phenomenal contest. It just everyone was on top of their game in this match. I'm even gonna say, including Gussie. Genuinely, I think this is the most fun I've had with Gussie being involved in a match. There isn't a lot of times where I can say that Gussie being involved in a match was fun, quote unquote. It definitely helped when Weston was king of top talent for a while. But this was entertaining from pillar to post, entertainment from beginning to the end.
And coast to coast?
And coast to coast. Yeah, absolutely. Because, Krieger's from the not the Emerald Isles. I'm trying to think of what you would call Scotland.
The Platte Isles?
Oh, God, I'm going to get my ass kicked, and I didn't even say it.
I said it. You can kick my ass.
Krieger was great in this match. Nate with his dives and he hit all of his big moves. Gussie, very entertaining. Weston, as much as I said things about Weston on the last show, I still have a soft spot for Weston. He's still one of the better workers in my opinion on the RCW roster. Very happy with how he did. And of course, Rich King, probably one of my 2 or 3 favorites going right now in the Edmonton scene. Finally picks up a strap. Feels like this is the first time he's had a belt in a year.
Well, last time he held the title, at least in RCW for sure, was the international tag titles.
With TY, yeah.
With TY, and they lost it to, I'm pretty sure, the Celtic Union.
Yeah, they lost it to Krieger and Soy Boy.
So yeah, that was at the start of the year, I want to say.
Yeah, it was January. So he's had a 9-month dry streak, and I'm glad he's finally got a belt again. I can't wait to see him defend it. I don't know who you're gonna have as like a first opponent to,
As long as it's not Larry.
God, could you imagine if Larry starts to infect other promotions? It would be disgusting.
Ugh.
I am sad that I'm sad that I don't get to see Rich murder Larry on Friday. I'm so sad about that. That's like the top two things I'm sad now I'm missing this weekend. Chad and Rich murdering Larry.
Yep, that's all we want is Rich to murder Larry, and then Rich to enter that battle royal and win and get whatever the mystery prize is.
It is a mystery prize. It could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Oh, imagine Rich with his Canadian Championship on a boat.
Yeah. Just the photos you could have with that. Yes.
But yeah, after the match, the crowd singing his theme with him, and you could see how much he loved it. The crowd's loving him. It was so.
My
good.
favorite thing to come out of that was on Rich's socials. He just posted a clip of them all singing the song while he's got the belt up, and he's just like, "Hey, you guys need to know the lyrics. You guys should learn the lyrics to this song. You're going to be hearing it a lot more." And I'm like, "Yes."
So, was it 2 or 3 days before this show happened? On RCW happened. Rich posted just a picture of the match, saying like he's going for the title, and I posted in the comments. I said it would be amazing to announce you as the new RCW Canadian Champion. God, I must will things into existence.
God, it would have been so funny if like you had no clue what the finish was. And
I didn't.
You didn't. So like you post that in the comments, and then it would have been so funny if Rich just replied a winky emoji. Hell, it would be funny if he went back and put that comment in now.
Like I think he said something like, "We'll see." Like, but like Rich is always saying shit like that, so you never know. But it was just like,
he's saying a lot of shit to you lately.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, from here we're gonna talk about our match of the night. So, what is your match of the night?
Okay, this was really tough for me because like this was a very stacked card, and there was a lot of good. I'm going to give 2 honorable mentions, and then I'm going to say what my favorite match is. Honorable mention number 1. I can't believe I'm saying this. I gotta give it. Actually, no. That's a close 4th place. 4th place is Steve and Mitch. 3rd place, International Tag Team 4-Way. Very happy with how that went. Everyone had at least their 15 seconds of fame in that match. Very happy with how everyone did. 2nd honorable mention, it's TY and Othias. So good. Super strong one-on-one contest. I would love to see these guys run it back. But it's pretty obvious that match of the night has to be the Fatal 4-Way for the Canadian title. For multiple reasons, I went into it. Everyone was on top of their game. Everyone had their sort of arc in this match. Krieger, having to defend against 3 other guys, and that him feeling like that's unfair. Weston having Gussie bribe you with fake American money to have a second guy in this match for him. Nate just pulling out all the stops and basically putting every inch of his body on the line, doing everything he can to try and win this belt. And Rich being I'm not going to say underdog, but being the dark horse of this match. No one really went into it expecting him to win, except for us. But
I went in wanting him to win. I know that.
But it was so good. It was so fun seeing him finally get crowned Canadian champion, and long live the King of the North. That's my match of the night. What about yours?
Yeah, all right. Canadian Championship for every I love the 7-man TY and Kate or TY and Othias were great. I'll give props to Kato and Trent. I thought they had a good match.
That was such a good match too. There was so much good on this show.
Yeah, this match was chaos. This match was crazy, and this match was so much fun. And it just, if Rich hadn't have won, I might have gone with TY versus Othias, but Rich winning just made that match that much more special for me. So it's my match of the night.
Yeah, no, that's honestly very fair. I mean, you're more close with Rich than I am, but I I have vested interest in why I was really happy with Rich winning as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's the end of the show. We've come
yeah,
to
we've
the end
made
of
it to
another
the
episode.
end.
Yeah. My boy, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on the Blue Sky at awscomedy.bluesky.social. You can find me on the Instagrams at awscomedyeg. And I swear new episodes are coming out soon. Andreas is editing at his own pace. I'm not gonna shoot on him. He's very busy with making bagged milk jokes and making his nose bleed. But you can check out the Morphomania podcast with me and my buddy Malcolm, my buddy Andreas. We chat and we review episodes of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on youtube.com/at humanoid freak 2515. You can find the playlist there. And that's I mean, I have a couple other things I can talk about. One, yes, very good. I'm glad that you got that up. There's an
Just look
easier
how
link.
long it is.
Yeah, there's a super long link. There's a much easier link than that. If you want to come to Dark in the last 2 weeks, it's Edmonton's premier haunted house festival. We have
What's the
four
link?
big it's thedark.ca, thedark.ca. All lowercase, THEDARK.ca. Yeah, right
There you
there.
go.
So much easier than that super long link that he posted.
I
But
just
yeah,
typed in Dark Fort Edmonton. That's the link I got.
yeah, Dark is Edmonton's premier Halloween festival. There's 4 haunts. I am in one of them. I'm not going to tell you which one. See if you can find me. If you can find me, just say AWS or something. Yeah, no, it's for the premier Halloween festival. Come check us out. 4 haunts. There's food. There's drink. We have the Flipside barbecue truck there for the majority of October. It's one of the best food trucks in the city. Come check it out. Come check it out. And I will talk about the Grindstone because they are still they are still offering asking for donations again. Grindstone, one of my favorite places in the city, a subsidized theater space for new and emerging artists to perform their shows. They have a couple of big shows going on this weekend. I slightly biased because I'm working Dark, but if you don't want to go to Fort Edmonton Park and you want to have a good night and check out some fun improv, I would highly recommend Mixtape Improv's show on the 23rd at 9 p.m. It's called Mr. Roboto is Watching You. It is a improv show with a heavy technology influence. The whole theme is essentially our robot overlords have taken over, and this is what improv looks like in the future year of like 2300 or something. Very interesting concept from what I heard from the people running it. I'm sad I don't get to see it because of Dark, but if you are busy and you can't come to Fort Edmonton Park and you also can't come to Clandestine Wrestling on Thursday to see Chad Mills, Mixtape Improv is another very good place to go. And if you want to donate to the Grindstone Theater, you can check out the link down there, grindstonetheater.ca/donate. Please donate. Any amount helps to keep the Grindstone dream alive. That is all of my rambling. I apologize. Andre C., where can they find you, my friend?
First of all, you can find me on the X Blue Sky at that Canada guy, Instagram and Threads at that Canada dude. You can find me over at our local establishment on YouTube and Twitch. I am there every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern, where I talk all things sports. Past weekend, we talked MLB. I ranted about the Vegas Golden Knights because fuck that team. We talk NFL football because we do our predictions. We talk about our fantasy league that we have going with members of OLE and some of the fans, and then we talk about English football. And then we talk about any sports we really feel like talking about that weekend. We talk F1 when there's F1 to talk about. So there's lots of stuff going on over there on Point of View and on all the other shows over on Our Local Establishment. You can find them on YouTube and Twitch at Our Local Establishment or OLE Podcasts. You can also find me right here on youtube.com/@Backbreaker video, ladies and gentlemen. You can find me on Backbreaker video. With my boy here Adam, our AWS. We're talking the Pop Spot every time we do it. I will be back next week with another episode of the Pop Spot. It will be a solo edition where I will just be running down the LPW show that I'm going to this Friday. And come check that out. You can also see lots of other great wrestling content right here on Backbreaker video that Mike the Ref has put up there. And he also has a Twitch channel where you can see him talking about AEW every Wednesday, Saturday, and whatever day the pay-per-views are on. Because I thought it was Sunday this past weekend, but it was on Saturday. Just insanity. So check that out, twitch.tv/Mike the Ref for all the live stuff. And then if you want replay, and he plays video games over there, and you want replays of the gaming contest, go to youtube.com. So @Backbreaker_gaming for all the great gaming content he has over there.
No shout out for RCW.
Oh, one more shout out to RCW. You can check them out on Facebook. Check out all their information there. And you can get tickets to their shows over on Eventbrite. November 15th, the next show. Come check us out.
That's at the Legion again, right?
At the Norwood Legion, as usual. And I think that's the home going for it.
Good. Can we get a pop for that?
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop. And with that, we come to the end of another rip-roaring edition of the Pop Spot. My only Pop Spot for October. I'm sorry, Dark has been taking a lot out of me. Working from 5:30 to 11:30 every weekend is definitely a bit taxing. And these are going to be the longest weekends because I got 4 days this weekend, 3 days next weekend. But do like the video, comment, subscribe to Backbreaker Media, do all the YouTube stuff because you know we deserve it. And until next time, stay poppin'. Bye-bye.